unfortunately, this is what happens when you get lost. Yes, I don't know what to do about this. Anyway, I'm stuck in the middle of, I don't know where it is. Following behind me, I don't know how to get out of here. Yeah, I'm in the Cala Regita and I got lost in these small streets here trying to find the big stone building on the hill. I've been to our Kadia, Palma, but yes, I need to find my way out of Cala Regidera. That's the name of this city. So yeah, look, they're all one way. The trouble with them all, they're all very narrow, as you can see, and they're one way and there's no arrows, so you don't know whether you're going down the right way or not. And I've been caught myself going down going down the wrong side of traffic and having oncoming traffic come at me. That's a bit of a problem, so I'll continue on. Give you an idea of just how narrow it is. So you might have to do a left-hand turn here to get around there. So now you really don't know which way it's going, that street. See, it's all right up here. You see the arrow, the big blue arrow. I've got to go left here. But everything is so tight that if there's a car coming that way, you get very little chance to see it. You're driving down lanes like this. Now, if I want to go left here, down Carrier de Alquariot, I've got to do a very sharp left-hand turn there. And I don't really know if it's a right hand, whether you should be going down there. There's no signage. So it's very, this is actually two lanes, two ways, this road. It's two arrows, both going in the different directions. Okay, so I don't know what, oh, this must be the church on the hill. Well, I'm in the inland city of Cala Regida in Mallorca, Spain. And I've just had to walk up that road up here, up the hill, to get to this castle. I'm absolutely stuffed. Have a look at the walls. So I've come off the freeway here on the northeastern side of Mallorca in Spain, and I've heard about a castle called Capa de Papera, which this one is here as we're looking at it. It's just on the outside of Cala Ratchadera, which is a coastal town. It's got a beach harbour, a bigger city, and then 2 kilometres in is another small medieval city called Capodipera. Now this castle was built in the 13th century. It was built to protect both villages from pirates. So I spent a couple of hours here. It's in fantastic condition. You have to park down the bottom and walk up the road, which was reasonably steep. But I thought it was well worth the trip to come here. When you're going to Mallorca, you can spend a lot of time on the coastal villages, but I tended to go inland as well because there was some good medieval towns to see there as well. I don't know what's happening here, where you go in. Or can you go in? Yes, eventually I found the back door in here, but this fortress, built in the 13th century, all the villagers lived on the inside of course, but as the population grew, they had to move out into the small town of Capodipera and Cala Ratchadera. So as the population got bigger, they would have had to move out. But this building on the left here is the castle. Now in the 14th century, they built this church, this very small church on the inside of it. And the back door was here, which I eventually found. The general public can come in here. So I'm on the interior, on the internal wall here, about 10 foot above the ground, and these are the turrets, the fortress which protected the villages back in the 13th century. Up alongside the wall where they would have stood to protect it, through these turrets. So as time went by, obviously the people would have moved out of the castle area, out of this fortress. And the church was still used, evidently. However, the whole castle was never used as completely as a church. Even right up until the 18th century, this castle and the fortress was used as a lookout for northeastern Mallorca along the coastline. So now, of course, today it's the church is still in use, but it's used as a tourist attraction now. Magnificent country, just beautiful. Very mountainous, this side of the island. It's like a medieval city, this one. Lots of these small churches, castles. How are these little areas where they got the little holes in there where you can put the gun through there or whatever they were doing. So there's so much to see in Mallorca. If you want the beaches and the resorts, etc., there's plenty of that on the coast, but internally there's lots of medieval villages to have a look at as well. So thank you for watching the video on Capitapora Castle and Fortress, and thank you for coming aboard. And please, if you enjoy some of this content, I'd appreciate subscription to the channel. That would be fantastic. Okay, see you on the next one.